Here's a question from Alana. Let's see. I was wondering if there was a sure, quick way to get rid of smell in the apartment where an elderly family lived for 10 years and left a very peculiar smell. Thank you in advance for your advice. Yeah, that's a tough one. So, paint will encapsulate a lot of smell, so cigarette smoke is really difficult to get rid of. We've had problems with this, and cat smells can be a problem, and other smells of that nature. Paint will encapsulate painting the walls will encapsulate that smell. You would also want to paint the ceiling, especially with cigarette smoke, because smoke rises. And then you can also deep clean the floors. Hopefully, it's not carpeted. And if it's like a wood, you could kind of wax it. Same thing, it would kind of encapsulate it. But with cigarette smoke, the problem with cigarette smoke is it just tends to find the nooks and crannies. And with cigarette smoke, you really probably are going to have to clean the ductwork. So a company will come out and they'll actually clean the ductwork, and that's probably where a lot of that smoke is. A lot of that residual from the smoker is. No, you're not necessarily talking about smoking, but a lot of these smells will end up in the ductwork. And then if that's not working, then they might actually have to do a UV treatment to the ductwork, which isn't as expensive as it sounds. It's not free. You're not going to want to pay it, but it's not as god awful expensive. There's another option, and that would be an ozone generator that you can kind of get from sites like Amazon. They're not crazy expensive. We own one. I'm not crazy fan of it because I have the impression it's not really great for the ozone, and it's really horrible for you. So you don't want to be around when you're running it because it actually alters the ozone, oxidizes the molecule. And then it's very irritating to the eyes, nose, and the throat and the lungs. So you definitely have to set it, leave immediately, come back after it's done its work, and then turn it off and get out of there and air it out for a while. And a side thing with cat urine, that gets to be a problem because often they will, the litter box will be in the basement. And if it's a concrete floor, even if it has carpeting or some kind of flooring top, it's probably concrete underneath it. Concrete's really porous. That means that water will actually go through it, which generally is a good thing. But the problem with cat urine is it soaks into the concrete. And there's pheromones in cat and dog urine and urine in general, and that's what you're probably smelling. It doesn't sound like that's your smell, but if you are dealing with those smells, you're really going to want to use some kind of product that breaks the pheromones. I mean, white vinegar would do the trick, but I would probably buy some commercial products. I can't think of any of their names offhand, but I would probably soak a basement floor, the concrete basement floor, with one of these products. And it should go pretty far. I assume these products come in like gallon jugs. I would just dump it out on the floor. Probably won't take that many gallons. And then it would just spread out on the concrete. And then you don't have to worry about the liquid. It's going to soak through that concrete itself, just like the cat urine did. And hopefully it's going to flush that cat urine out and kind of break the pheromone bond. And it would probably go a long ways to breaking whatever the scent is in that property. I mean, if you're smelling something, then it's probably something that's active, something that's alive, like a bacteria, something like that. It would be my guess. So I would think some kind of chemical, something that breaks those molecules down would probably be your best bet. So good luck. Happy real estate investing.